All right, our next series of exercises are going to work on priming and preparing the body for heavier or more complex multi-joint exercises like deadlifts and squats. They're also great for teaching beginners or retraining somebody after an injury to be able to do those major hip hinge and squat patterns with the right, or sorry, improved pattern of activation in their muscles, so you're less likely to be injured. All right, let's start off with our ultimate sandbag goat bag hinge. So goat bag is the position of the sandbag. I'm using a 10-pound core bag. I'm gonna hold it vertically on the edges of the bag. I'm gonna grip the fabric and actually pull the fabric of the bag apart to create tension between my shoulder blades. So standing in that position, first thing I do is kind of find a neutral spine and push my hips straight back to the mirror behind me or the wall behind me. Okay, in the bottom of my position, I want a slight bend in my knees and a nice neutral or flat spine. I don't want to see my shoulders creeping below the level of my hips. So I want to be comfortable in that position. I'm going to return to the starting position by pushing down into the floor. So spread the fabric of the bag, hinge, and then stand tall. At the top of each repetition of this exercise, what I'm going to look to do is tuck my tail and anchor my ribs so I'm standing tall and firm in a nice pillar position. This is a great exercise for beginners or for somebody returning from a back injury, and for everyone to put into their warm-up. All right, the next exercise in this series is a front load good morning. You're just going to change the orientation of the bag. So we're going to bring it up into a front load position. There's a couple of different ways you can get it there, but the easiest is just to cradle it into your arms this way. What I want you to think about is wrapping the bag around the surface of your body, like you're trying to spread it across your chest. Okay, that will help pull my shoulders back and in turn engage my lats and help me to keep my back from rounding. That's why we love this exercise for helping beginners learn how to hinge. Okay, from here, same thing, I'm gonna slightly bend my knees, push my hips back, keeping my feet anchored to the ground. I have the same stop point as the previous exercise, and I'm gonna push on the ground to stand up. We found that cue to be really helpful, especially in building stronger power progressions later on, is teaching people to drive through the ground to stand up from a hinge position, especially when we're teaching kettlebell swings later on in our movement progressions. Very similar to the last movement, but the load is in a little bit more of an advanced position up here by my chest. Fantastic.